My name is Olayinka. I'll be teaching literature in English today, and I'll be taking SS1 class.
Okay. So, good morning to you once again.
Morning.
So, what is the topic you're going to be taking?
Figures of speech.
Okay, so that's interesting.
And the objectives?
By the end of the lesson, the learners should be able to identify figures of speech. They should be able to list examples of figures of speech and make sentences on each example listed.
Thank you very much. So I think you can just start your time. You can use it as well. I know you like that. So, start. You're in session.
Morning, class.
Good morning.
Now, if you look before you, you would see that I have 4 items listed out. I want you to very quickly sort them out in terms of the sizes, how much they weigh. We have 4 items on your table, right? So I need you to put them into 2 groups. You're going to be working with their sizes. Good. Let's move on. So today we're going to be discussing figures of speech. Now, back to our quick drill. Yes, what is this?
Handbag.
Please lift it up. Please do the same with this and this. We are going to sort them into 2 groups. Now, this is a plate, right? Good. And this is what? Good.
Cotton wool, I believe.
Okay, so this to this side and this.
Those 2 are lighter.
Why did you do that?
Because I think those 2 are lighter than these 2.
Those 2 are light, and so we can say that this is as light as the plate, right?
Okay.
The cotton wool is as light as the plate, and the stone is what?
As heavy.
As heavy as the bag. Beautiful.
Okay.
So figures of speech are used in expressing something without saying it directly. It is used to express something without what? Saying it directly. For instance, let's look at this example. The old man kicked the bucket in his sleep last night. The old man kicked the bucket in his sleep last night. What did the old man do?
He died.
The old man died. Did I say the old man died?
No.
But I meant the old man died. So I have expressed myself without saying it directly. Now let's go to the first type where we have simile. Simile is when you compare 2 things indirectly. The word there, indirectly. We are going to be comparing 2 things indirectly using words like, as if, as though, etc. Example, it is as heavy as the stone. The bag is as heavy as the stone. Does anybody want to try and give me an example? Yes, please.
The pen is as light as a feather.
The pen is as light as the feather. In this case, let's take the cotton wool.
Okay.
The pen is as light as the cotton wool. Let's move on very quickly to the next. We have metaphor. Now remember I said that simile compares how? Indirectly. I said simile compares indirectly. Metaphor, on the other hand, compares 2 things directly. So instead of saying that they are fighting like cats and dogs, we say they are what? Cats. We say they are cats and dogs. Beautiful. Now let's go to personification. Personification gives the qualities of living things to non-living things. It transfers the qualities of animate objects to inanimate objects. Example, anybody who wants to go, who wants to try?
So you can say,
Okay.
the bottle of water walked out of the room.
The pot of water rolled down the road. Okay. Also, let's look here. The trees danced playfully in the rain. Do they have legs? Do they have hands? How do they dance? By flapping the leaves and the branches, right? Good. So now let's move our attention here very quickly. Examples of personification. We have the opportunity knocked at the door. Have you ever woken up one morning and someone is at the door and you knock and you open the door and you got there? Who is that? Opportunity, I am here. Have you ever experienced that? But opportunities come to you and you either grab it or you lose it. So when someone knocks on your door, you either open and accept to have that visitor in your house or you ignore the visitor. So that's the same as this. Now very quickly, let's go into this. I have this. But we are going to be working in group. Ngozi, you are going to be working with Daniel. And Tunji, you work with Bola and
Okay.
Lastly, you would work with this. So you have to sort this very quickly. We have 3 types of figures of speech on the board here. You have to pick one and an example. You have to match it. So it's a matching game, very quickly, okay? You have 30 seconds. Beautiful, beautiful. Group 1, you have simile. And can you read this? I came in like. What is the word used to compare here? Like. You're comparing indirectly, that is correct. And group 2, lights will guide you. Is the light going to hold your hands and take you home? No, but it will help you see through. Good. And last but not least, we have what here? Metaphor. Beautiful. Metaphor. You are the music in me. Remember, you are not like the music in me. But you are what? You are the music in me. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That could have gone on for another 20, 30 minutes and I would have been like, give us some more. Thank you very much. We're going to start off with Dr. Tindu this morning. Your comments, please.
Right, Ms. Olayinka, thank you very much for that very, very stimulating lesson. I think I could remember personification before now, but the metaphor and simile, thank you for letting us know. I won't forget, like us. Metaphor doesn't have that.
Yes.
Okay. So very easy to, so learning has taken place. Because it's one thing to teach, it's another thing for learning to take place. Made it very simple and easy to remember with the examples and the instructional materials. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, well done. And to do this within 5 minutes is remarkable.
Thank you.
So I'm quite impressed with your teaching. I know that you didn't get to your assignments, but I think that's excusing.
Yeah.
Because that's the actual next thing that you have. I was a bit concerned if you were going to do 6 figures of speech within this year.
Yeah, okay.
When I saw what
chart.
you have on your chart. But from your slides, I see that you planned for 3, fair enough, and you were able to do the 3 very, very well. Thank you and well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much again. Professor Odele, please let's have your comments.
Yeah, Olayinka Ola. I didn't ask a question. What level of students were you teaching? But having said that, I think your preparation excites me. You planned, your slides. What I call these ones flashcards, but I think it's very well articulated and well presented.
Thank you.
Yeah. I would score you an A.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. The only thing is, if I was going to teach this class, I was going to teach figures of speech. I probably I will want to repeat. I will want to start off by making the students know the figures of speech, the specific ones I want to teach, not just picking them one after the other. You know, there's what we call formative evaluation. You know, we are taking each of them. You just say, okay, I'm going to be teaching figures of speech, and you try to explain the way you did. You want to say, well, these are 6 of them, and maybe many more, but I'll be taking 3. These 3, and you want to say metaphor, simile, personification. You know, now depending on the level of the students. But for a wide range of students, I'm sure that it's going to help you. And by the time you're ending, you probably want to again just mention it. And it's a lot of difference. So you were able to engage your students, and I would say that I'm excited to give you an A.
Thank you very much.
And a very good A.
Thank you.
So,
Okay. Olayinka, Olajuwon. Just 1 minute. Okay, so again, I always look forward to your lessons, and you haven't put a foot wrong really in the number of times that I have seen you, and I've seen you at least 5 times now, I believe.
6.
Even 6 times now, you're right. You're right. So thank you very much for yet again turning up and bringing your A game.
Thank you.
Flashcards, yes, we expect that. Nice, nice slides, nice chart, we'll call it. And you did gauge it that, look, I'll probably be able to do 3. Partly what Prof said with regards to being able to clarify in the student's mind, but I'd imagine your objective said that. Go to your objectives.
I don't have it here. I don't have my objectives.
Not on any of the slides.
No.
Oh, but that would have helped, because you know, part of what they say in teaching sometimes is to, where possible, because I know sometimes you want to reveal your objective, but where possible, have your objectives there at the start and keep them somewhere where they can be seen. So sometimes if a teacher's going to use an interactive whiteboard, they'll even put they'll also reproduce their objectives on a card and just paste it on the wall, so that at any given time, if they're unsure of what's happening, they look at the objectives and that gives them direction. So, but that's a minor, you probably know that. The only thing I would say for the purposes of this competition is, yes, it's 5 minutes, yes, it's time. You gauged it right, that you'd only be able to take 3 of your figures of speech, so still slow down. Still slow down, still breathe. You still have to do that. Yeah. And you were asking us some questions, and we were trying to be, you know, some of your best students, but some of your best pupils, and run along with it. But thank you. That's what they're going to do. But do you know what? Honestly, I wasn't too sure what you wanted us to do at the start. I know you put 4 fins down. I was still looking for the 4th fin. My mind couldn't move on because I was still looking for the 4th fin, not knowing that, okay, even that little saucer or little cup there was, you know, one of the items. Okay, so but thank you very much. I mean, everything's in place, but yeah, to just slow down. And so, you see, part of that slowing down is that even when we're speaking, you're not assuming what we're saying, you're really listening to know what we're saying. Because sometimes we're saying something totally incorrectly, and that way you need to give us some level of correction. Yeah, so whatever it is, even still within the simulation, just still try and breathe. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I have a question for you today.
Go ahead.
Okay, the first one is what you said, the last thing you just said.
Okay.
I am a stammerer, so when I speak slowly, it's going to be a disaster.
oh, thank
So
you
how
for
do I
letting me
manage
know.
that in class?
No, keep going there. I will now understand.
Because once you are taking in the extra
It becomes a disaster.
you
Oh, thank you
need
for
to get the
that.
words out fast. Okay.
This is wonderful. You know, I never
And
realized.
you've managed your
Yeah, you
slaughter
manage
quite
it.
well.
Just keep walking at it. Yeah, there's a way you can still breathe. Yeah, but you just need to walk it on. Right? We have stammerers who are great public speakers, very convincing, and they're not going to rush over it. Because I also noted that. I know you're racing with time, but you know, there's a way you connect with people facially.
Yes.
You know, your students need that. They need that. So, but having said that, I'm excited with your level of output.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, what you say is fascinating, because I remember a competition. It was a UK competition, singing competition, and this gentleman had a stammer. But anytime he started to sing, you would never know because he's singing. And so that's why I can relate to what you've just said. So thank you very much, and thank you for letting us know
Thank
that
you.
important point.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day. So definitely you can breathe now.
Okay.
Teach and we, my teacher, my pride.